Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone, wherever you may reside. Thank you so much for clicking on this and giving me a chance. I am your gracious host, Swag Daddy Rico. Yes, the name is silly, but that's the point. And hopefully, I can grace you with this voice, or if it's a screeching parrot, please let me know. I'm going to go ahead and see if we can find some videos, some scripts or whatnot to read, as I just want to get some work and get some examples. I really don't necessarily want to use the AI scripts, but I do want to use scripts that can give me some practice, some good practice here. Narration samples. Narration sample scripts, I guess. Let's take a look and let's go to the trusty dusty voice 1, 2, 3. I guess we cannot go into voice 1, 2, 3. Give me just a second. Let's see why that is the case. All right. And we are back. Okay. Let's try this once more and see if we can go back here. Hopefully the site works. I don't know. It's a little loud peeking right there. Yeah, there we go. I think sometimes my VPN doesn't work, and that is due to it being in a different country from time to time. All right, let's see. What do we want to try? Movies, normal audience, related posts. No. Let's go and pop voiceovers, find them. I always thought this would be a lot easier. I thought it would be a lot easier, but whatever. Let's try this. Project name, The Trial. And they want to be normal, fluent, natural, easygoing. Paul Rudd. I don't think I'm the guy next door, but I'm going to try with the voice that I do have. It's hard to believe that one small letter could cause so much trouble. It was a regular Saturday morning. The sun was shining. I made my way downstairs thinking all was right with the world. Then I saw a letter under my front door. And it wasn't just any letter. This was a summons for me to appear in court. Well, I guess I have to put that ski trip on hold till next year. I'd like to say I was surprised, but I had a feeling this would happen. Now, you're probably wondering what I'm talking about. It's actually quite a funny story. It all started in the summer of '96. It felt a little weird. What is this? Elisador, the Enchanted Forest. Deep within the heart of the Enchanted Forest of Elisador lies a realm of wonder and magic, where small creatures of all kinds coexist in harmony. The Sapphire River, which courses through Elisador's gurgling and giggling over the agate pebbles that cover the riverbed, supports a family of elusive water nymphs. At the heart of the forest stands the elder tree, which connects all living things. Its branches reach towards the heavens and are adorned with evergreen leaves. Now, as the sun sets, Elisador is transformed into a symphony of shadowed warmth before the still of the night envelops in its quiet, peaceful slumber. The enchantment of Elisador lies not only in the forest, but also within our hearts. Maybe. I want to find more stuff like this, though. I do. I see. Let's get some. Let's get some example as to read. All right. I guess we could do this too. This is also something. Let's do this. I'm gonna do go for college students. We'll do that. I don't want to read the entire thing, and I don't know. Let's try this. I don't want to read the whole thing. You see, doing this live, you get to see kind of how dysfunctional it is a little bit of just trying to find something here. I don't really know what I would want to look for to read, but at the same time, there are things that I would like to. Maybe it's just reading any and everything. Maybe it's just other stuff. And never mind the Mass Effect purchase here. I am a Mass Effect fan, currently playing Mass Effect Legendary Edition. I played through it like multiple times now, and I've beaten each one on multiple difficulties. I've yet to go and play. I played hardcore. I have yet to play Insanity. It just has not leapt out to me to play that. I more or less am just playing hardcore or normal and all the different classes and going through all the different storylines and ways you could do that, as well as the different romances between Liara, Ashley, Miranda, Jack, so on and so forth. But those are some things there. That's why this search story is here. But also the missions, just trying to work on a 100% take as best I can. Let's see what we have here. I wish I had some water. I don't have my coffee. Okay. Let's just get something, you know what? Easy. Something simple and easy for me to read. And I can go on ahead and do that. We'll make it easy for myself. We're going to read some stuff from ESPN. Let's go ahead and do that. So, DJ Pickett won't budge on number 5 amid Jaden Daniels' LSU flap. By Mark Sallenbach. This was produced August 13th, 2026, 4:08 p.m. Eastern. And as the article goes, LSU cornerback DJ Pickett says he has no plans to change out of the number 5 amid pushback to the school from 2023 Heisman Trophy winner Jaden Daniels, with the Washington Commanders quarterback saying the situation won't distract him from his focus on the NFL season. I've worn the number my whole life since I was 4 years old, Pickett, a sophomore, said. It's the number I was promised by LSU. I wish Jaden the best, good player, and he did real good here at LSU, so that's all. An attorney representing Daniels has informed LSU that it can no longer use his name, image, and likeness, according to an August 5 letter sent to the Tigers athletic director, Verge Osbury, a copy of which was obtained by ESPN on Wednesday. At the center of the dispute, according to the statement from Daniels' spokesperson to ESPN, is that the Tigers are allowing Pickett to wear the number 5 jersey that Daniels wore when he became LSU's 3rd Heisman winner in 2023. The Daniels family is deeply disappointed and feels profoundly disrespected by LSU's decision to give Jaden's number to another player. The statement from Daniels' spokesperson read, Jaden and his family had every reason to believe that his number would remain a meaningful part of his LSU legacy, and it would be honored and protected in recognition of his extraordinary contributions to the university. Pickett wore the number 3 during his first season with the Tigers in 2025, when he was named a freshman All-American, but he was wearing number 5 when the Tigers opened preseason practice last week. He led LSU with 3 interceptions to go with 37 tackles and 1 sack and 524 defensive snaps. Honestly, man, this right here makes us want to wear the number more. Damian Pickett, DJ's father, told the Advocate on Thursday. LSU has not said anything about us to the number, about the number, or about being able to wear the number. Coach has been in full support of my son through this process. It's not really pertaining to my son, but he's been put in the middle of something that has nothing to do with him. My boy's been wearing number 5 his whole life. Pickett's agent, Brian Davis, declined to discuss details of Pickett's NIL deal with LSU when reached by ESPN on Thursday. Though Daniels' jersey hasn't been retired by the Tigers, it's the first time a player has worn number 5 since he left the program for the NFL as the number 2 pick in the 2024 draft. He spent 3 seasons at Arizona State before transferring to LSU for his final 2 seasons. I've been locked in on training camp, and that's been my number 1 focus, Daniels posted to Instagram on Thursday. I have a lot of gratitude for my time at LSU, and I am proud of what my teammates and I have accomplished there. Obviously, there are issues to be worked out between my team and LSU, and my hope is that it will get done privately. My sole personal focus is on Commanders football. I realize the business of football is unique, and I trust that this all could be resolved. An LSU athletic department spokesperson declined to comment when reached by ESPN on Wednesday. Kiffin told reporters August 5th that the former LSU coach Brian Kelly had promised Pickett that he could wear number 5 when he signed with the Tigers in December of 2024. Pickett had worn that number as a high school star in Zephyrillis, Florida, where he was the number 2 cornerback in the class of 2025 by ESPN Recruiting. DJ is in number 5, and that was a situation that was promised to him in recruiting here for him to sign here, Kiffin said. I've done a lot of research on that on that with the family and representatives and the people, so I didn't really have a decision to make. It was promised to the kid. It wasn't done for whatever reason. I'm not going to get into that. I'm not going to judge something when I wasn't here, but when a kid is promised something, come to a school, he should wear it. So at that point, I don't think it's really my decision. We should honor what he was told. Kelly told ESPN on Wednesday that he believed number 5 was promised to Pickett during his recruitment, but Kelly chose not to issue it to him because Daniels wasn't on board with Pickett wearing his number. Kelly was fired Friday on October 26, 2025, after his team compiled a 34-14 record in 4 seasons. I just wasn't prepared to do it until we got full commitment from another Heisman Trophy winner, Kelly told ESPN. We didn't want to issue number 9, so you can't treat one differently than the other. The number 9 jersey that Cincinnati Bengals quarterback Joe Burrow used at LSU hasn't been worn since 2019 when he won the Heisman Trophy and led Tigers to a 15-0 record and college football playoff national championship. Burrow asked about the situation Thursday after Bengals opened their preseason against the Detroit Lions, said the indication has been given that his number will not be worn again. They told me they wouldn't use it again, he said, but you never know what happens. LSU has retired the jersey of 4 of its former players. Halfback Billy Cannon, number 20, defensive back Tommy Casanova, number 37, halfback Jerry Stovall, number 21, and running back Charles Alexander, number 4. In plans to retire former quarterback Burt Jones' number 7 jersey on November 14th. Excuse me. The number 20 jersey made famous by Cannon, who was the team's first Heisman Trophy winner in 1959, is the only number that can't be worn again by a football player per LSU policy. Damian Pickett told The Advocate that he has the utmost respect for Kiffin for honoring what was promised to my son. His anger, he said, is directed more towards Kelly and his staff. If we would not have been told during our recruiting process that, and they had said, hey, number 5 is not being used, or not issued, we can't promise you number 5, but we can talk to Jaden and see what Jaden has to say. If he gives his blessing, he does. If he doesn't, he doesn't. We would have moved forward. That's what Damian told The Advocate. If we were to have had a situation like that, it probably would not have blown up like this. Damian Pickett also isn't happy with how this has played out for his son, for the school, and for Daniels. We never in a million years would have thought that it would have come about. It will come to this about a number, but we're here. Damian told The Advocate, again, my boy really doesn't have a care for the attention. It's disappointing considering that we're getting ready for the start of the season. To have a situation happen like this right now, considering that Jaden is a legend at LSU and it's out that he's not supportive of my son wearing his number, is very disappointing. We wish in a perfect world that Daniels would have given him his blessing and just from tiger to tiger, wish my son well. ESPN's Ben Baby contributed to this report, and that is the article on the current saga with the LSU Tigers, Go Tigers, and Jaden Daniels and Damian Pickett. So not Damian Pickett, but his father, Damian Pickett, and the son, the young man, Mr. Pickett as well. I think if I'm to give any commentary on this entire thing, adding to this, I think that, yes, this is primarily the fault of the initial recruiter. Lane Kiffin is kind of just dealing with the ripple effect of a player that was promised something in a deal that came to possibly contractually. I'm going to just make a summation here. I think that when you are recruiting freshmen and you're giving your thoughts on how you want to get that player and get them to commit and not have them transfer, you promise certain things. I do think that it would have just been helpful to say, hey, we really want you. You are going to be the guy for us in the future. And the number 5, I know it means something to you. At the same time, the guy that was also wearing this number before you got here won the Heisman. So here's what I can do. I can't promise that you'll have the number. I cannot guarantee that you'll have the number. I can do my best to talk to Jaden Daniels and give him the opportunity to say yay or nay on it. If he says yay, all's well. Water under the bridge, no problem. If he says nay, now we have to go and figure out what it is that we're going to do to placate you or satisfy you in a different manner to make sure that you get, nobody wants a bad number. Like, I'm not going to say a number, but nobody wants a number that they don't want, right? We can try to find your second best number or the third best number that you would be willing to wear. That way, feelings aren't hurt too badly about it. Both sides will be happy. And then we don't have this whole thing blowing up in the media the way that it is currently. And honestly, this is we're ready for college football to start type of article. Also, it's not a great look by, my guy, Jaden Daniels. I'm a Commanders fan. It is just not a great look here. As it just, I heard earlier and I've heard him the playmaker with the Dallas Cowboys and University of Miami, legend number 88, Michael Irvin. He said that, no, I don't want my. I'm gonna paraphrase here. No, I don't want my jersey retired. For what? You gonna look up in the Ring of Honor and see my jersey saying, oh, look, that's playmaker. He played. He was a great player. But if anybody is deserving to wear my jersey and deserving to wear my number, then guess what? Every time they make a catch, they're going to be reminded of me. And they're going to say, man, yeah, that's why the playmaker decided he got his blessing to wear his jersey. If a player is to drop a pass, they would look at that number and say, the playmaker would have caught that. And that is what would keep the number alive. And that is what would keep the mystique, the allure, the personality, the journey, the story of the number 88, the playmaker number, the one that everyone would just look at with reverence and respect throughout the annals of history. So it could have gone about that way. And in my opinion, it could have. At the same time, I do get some, there's pride that you have of your accomplishments, what you've done. To some, I accomplished so much that I've earned the right for this to be retired and for nobody else to have the right to wear what I've done. If you're an athlete of that caliber and you've accomplished, a great thing, you do have claim to probably say that. I also understand there's going to be some folks that say, hey, what did Jaden do besides get a individual award? Fair. That's a fair argument. I can understand where you come from with that. I would also say that in college, there are situations where your individual situation probably can trump the disappointing overall team season, as there are a lot of factors that could be outside of your control, whatever those factors may be. But I mean, Joe Burrow probably isn't saying it out loud. No, he's like, hey, I've been told ain't nobody else going to wear it. And he's just going off what he know. Is he stomping his feet about it? No. He might be operating on an implicit, I've done the greatest thing possible with the number 9. And I think that bar is so high to clear that nobody else is going to be able to wear this number anyway. So I don't even have to say anything about it. That is more than likely the case when it comes to Joe Burrow and it comes to what it is for LSU as far as that situation. But here we are with Jaden Daniels, and it just is what it is. It's an unfortunate one. Let me know in the comments how you feel about it, where you're at with it generally. And yeah, thank you so much for, sticking around if you have. Let me know what you thought of the reading performance, and if you even cared about any of my commentary at the end. I wanted to just try something new out from my normal things that I do in my own time. But I've always been interested in picking up this here mic and speaking into it, and hopefully this voice is somewhat nice on your ears, and the tone is not too abrasive or anything like that. I am Swag Daddy Rico, and thank you for tuning in. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful evening. Have a wonderful time. You be good now.